Hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. What's up, ladies? Hey, fellas. It's Nasia Michelle, and today I'm back with another story time. And y'all, I'm in my most vulnerable moment because my hair is not done. I have no makeup on, but we gonna get into this story time because this one gonna let y'all know that I am crazy in real life. So let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So this story time is about the time I caught my boyfriend cheating. Yep, y'all. I caught him cheating because you can't play a player. But not for real. Just gonna give a little disclaimer. This story is not to bash anybody. No, I'm not talking about my current boyfriend. Mm-mm. Two, this person has moved on with their life, and so have I. But I thought this would be a funny story to tell and interesting. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there so we won't have none of that other stuff because, like I said, this is a positive channel, positive vibes only, and that's how I want to keep it. So, let's get into the story time. All right, so y'all know my story has characters. So, obviously, one of them is me. The other one, my homegirl at the time, so we'll just call her homegirl, keep it simple. My boyfriend at the time, we'll call him Johnny Boy. Okay, so we'll call him Johnny Boy. I don't know why I would call him man Johnny Boy, but hey, that's the first thing came to my mind. So we'll call him Johnny Boy, and we'll call his cousin, which was homegirl's dude at the time. We'll call him JC for Johnny Boy cousin, I guess. I don't know. So it's me, Johnny Boy, JC, and homegirl. Okay. So me and homegirl, we in college. JC and Johnny Boy, they are, well in their careers. They're older than us, but hey, we living our best life because, they cool, they got money, they buying us stuff, they giving us money. Like I said, we living our best life, honey, because we them girls, okay? So, y'all, I'm just going to give y'all a little background on Johnny Boy. So Johnny Boy has a child, and obviously that means he has a baby mama, right? So Johnny Boy has a child, and me and Johnny Boy, listen, we was not even supposed to stay together with this child, but Johnny Boy, he was like, you could leave if you want to leave, but I don't want you to leave, and I really like you and all this. So I'm like, I guess I'm going to stay and see how it's going because I like Johnny Boy. He's cool. And, he spoiled me or whatever. So, I'm going to see how it goes. So, anywho, me and Johnny Boy, we was together living our best life. JC and homegirl, they was living their best life. And whenever Johnny Boy come home, we always have a good time together because Johnny Boy work he traveled for work, okay? So keep that in mind. Johnny Boy, he travels for work. But when he's off work, he always comes to my apartments. We chill, we have a good time. Alright, so our good time started to get a little rocky because me and Johnny Boy, our relationship started to be toxic, okay? Very much toxic. Johnny Boy started going to work, not answering my phone calls. He be blocking me sometimes. We'll get into an argument. Johnny Boy will text me a message and then block me. So when I reply back, my messages don't go through. And y'all know for somebody petty like me, that is not okay. Like, boy, unblock me so I can blow you back out and block you. See what I'm saying? Very, very toxic. Children. Child, we was childish as heck. So, anyway, like I said, me and Johnny Boy, our relationship got real toxic. And honey, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. So I started thinking like, he ain't being this toxic for nothing. I think Johnny Boy is still talking to his baby mama because whenever he go to see his child, they go to doctor's appointments, or whatever the case may be. This is when Johnny Boy get these toxic tendencies, honey. And like I said, you can't play a player, honey. So I know what's up. So, alright, so I knew Johnny Boy tendencies, toxic tendencies, was at an all-time high when he was going to, go to his baby's doctor's appointments or be around his baby mama, whatever the case may be. Okay, so I'm like, next time Johnny Boy go home, baby, come back to my house. Next time Johnny Boy come back to my house, I'm going to go through his phone. And I'm going to see what's in there because something ain't right. I wouldn't advise y'all to go through people's phone these days, but this is what I did. I was young. This was a long time ago, but hey, I did it. So I'm telling y'all the story. So Johnny Boy came to my house because it was definitely not his home. So Johnny Boy came to my house, and that night we was chilling. I played it cool, act like nothing wasn't going on. So it was time for bed, and we went to sleep. Well, he went to sleep. And so I was like, okay, you want me to put your phone on the charger? Now remind y'all I did this because the charger was on my side of the bed. So I'm like, you want to put your phone on the charger? He like, oh yeah, put my phone on the charger. So I'm like, okay. So I take his phone, I put it on the charger. He fall into a deep sleep. So at this point, I'm like, okay, it's time to see what's in this phone. So I didn't know the password, but I was going to figure that out. You got to take one step at a time. So what I did was to make sure he was asleep. And I don't know why I did this, but it made sense to me at the time. I started playing music on my phone. And I'm like, hey, They're like, you up, you sleep. He ain't answer me, so I knew he was out, he was asleep. It's time to get to the phone. So y'all, I'm laying there, I'm thinking, what could be this man's password? So at first I was gonna be like, okay, maybe I should use his finger or something. And I was like, nah, he gonna wake up. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, what's something important to him? Then I was like, just try his birthday, So I put his birthday in. Y'all, it worked. I'm like, stupid. This man got his birthday for his password. Prada can figure that out. So I'm like, we know. So I lay on my stomach. So that way my arm can be off the side of the bed this way. Y'all feeling me? Because the bed laying this way. I'm laying out on my stomach. So that way if he wake up, I'm dropping that phone and I'm like, y'all get it. So I'm like, okay, first thing I want to do is go through the group message or him and JC message. Because I'm like, that's where the T at. That's the T. You don't got time to go through all these female messages. You on a time crunch. Get to the group message, go through him and JC message, and you know what you need to know. And if you know, you know. Alright. So I'm going through him and JC messages. I see them talking about who on their hit list. They hit list. You know what I'm talking about. So who they about to smash and who they like and who they got their eye on and all this other stuff. So I'm like, I knew it, like, he cheating, because I might have not caught him yet, but if he ain't did it yet, he about to do it, because I'm reading it. I'm reading the messages. So I put the phone down. I'm real mad. Like, I'm so mad, I'm shaking. But at this point, I can't say nothing, because like I said, I got a plan. I'm playing it cool. So he started, like, turning over in the bed and grabbed me. So I dropped the phone, went back to sleep. Or went to sleep. So the next morning, and let me tell y'all. So I had to think to myself, because when I was getting ready to go through his phone, JC had texted him, and it was a message that he hadn't opened yet. So I was like debating, like, you gonna open this message and chance him knowing that you was in a phone, or you just gonna like go through another message? And I was like, nah, I'm and I think like, I'm gonna take my chances because this what a T is. So I opened the message. So I forgot to let y'all in on that. I did open the message. So JC had sent him a message. I opened it. And he knew that he hadn't opened that last message. But like I said, I had to do what I had to do. I mean, what was a girl to do? So after I'm going through the messages and everything, I asked God, I'm like, God, you know we here. We here. And I'm going to pray for this and I'm going to ask for this because mentally I'm about to leave this relationship. I have left this relationship. And if you want this man in my life, do whatever you need to do to keep him here. If you don't want this man in my life and he ain't no good for me, do whatever you need to do to get him out. And I ain't gonna worry about it no more because I'm leaving it in God's hands. So therefore, I'm just minding my business now. I'm just doing me because it's in God's hands. I'm the best hands. So the next morning comes and I'm in the bathroom, you know, trying to pee in peace. And he comes to the bathroom door and he like, did you go through my phone? And I'm on the toilet, I'm like, what? He like, did you go through my phone? I'm like, boy, listen, it is too early. Don't start with me. I'm not studying you or your phone, so please, spare me. And he fell for it. So he didn't know I went through his phone, but if he watched this video ever, he gonna know now. Yeah, I went through your phone. You probably suspected it, but yeah, I did it. So anyway, we carry on with that day. Like I said, I ain't said too much of nothing because I gotta get to this phone tonight because now I'm ready to go through the female messages so I can find what I need to find because that's what's at this point. I know you're a cheater and yeah, I'm about to get to it. So that's just that. So, okay, the next night come, we go to sleep. He's falling asleep. I do the same thing. I get his phone. I try to go through his phone. Y'all, he done changed the password. So I'm like, oh, he think he owned or something. Like, changing the password on me. I'ma still figure it out. So I try. Y'all done locked this man up. I done locked his phone up for 5 minutes. So I'm like, dang, I can't figure out the password. And I don't want to lock his phone too long because if he wake up and need his phone and see it's disabled, then I done gave myself away. So I just let it go. And I'm just like real mad. But like I said, I ain't said nothing yet. So he acting like everything cool. So really, mentally in my head, I started leaving the relationship. You know how I go, ladies. We leave in our head first. So I started leaving the relationship. I ain't really studying him. When people message me on social media, blase, I'm replying now. Because, you know, at first I was curving. But now I'm replying because you playing me and I ain't to be played with. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm on one. So I'm replying, and like I said, I ain't thinking enough about it. I'm just playing this how it goes because at the end of the day, you know, we still together and he's still helping me out and things. So I don't know where I was going with this, but I was going. So we on this roller coaster. So okay, so Johnny Boy come home this weekend, and JC home, and homegirl. You know, we stay close by each other because, like I said, we in school, we live in the same town. So, JC and Johnny Boy wanted us to come down and ride four-wheelers with them in the country. So, we like, okay, you know. Thought something was in my nose, child. So, I'm like, okay, we finna go down here, you know, ride four-wheelers with them. And we finna have a good time. Like, it's finna be a good time. So, me and homegirl, we get our little stuff together, pick our spend a night bag just in case. And did we pack a spend a night bag? I think we did, but I can't remember. So I think I still got the snap of my phone when I record myself. We on our way. I got my fresh sewing in, honey. We on the way. So we on the way. to ride 4-wheelers with them. And we get there, we ride 4-wheelers, we mud riding, we shooting the gun, we just having a good time, y'all. We having a good time without me, cause yeah. So, child, it get late at night. It didn't get late. It got late at night. It was dark. And we was still riding the 4-wheeler, so at this time we like, all right, we finna go back home, cause it's like in the morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we like, okay, we need to head back to the house. So, or wherever we going, get a hotel, whatever we doing, we need to go do it because it's getting late. So we get ready to head back, and y'all know, well, if y'all don't know, in the country. Well, I don't think this anywhere. But you're not supposed to ride the 4-wheelers on like the main road. But we had to get on the main road. Well, we took the main road to get back to Johnny Boy mama house. What is that? So we took the main road to get back to Johnny Boy mama house. And so while we doing that, lo and behold, we passed by police. Now, this is when things take turns for the worse. Okay, so we see the police, and I'm like, oh, Lord, they're going to pull us over for sure. So he did just that, turned them lights on. He turned on the lights. For some reason, JC and Homegirl was off their 4-wheeler at this time. I don't know if they stopped their 4-wheeler and got off, or if they was already off for some odd reason. I don't remember. It's a blur to me. But they was off their 4-wheeler. But instead of Johnny Boy stopping his 4-wheeler, he decided he gonna outrun the police. Child. So now we outrun the police. We on the 4-wheeler, police in his car, and we outrunning the police. So I mean, Johnny Boy, he gone on the 4-wheeler, and I'm on a bed holding on like, I'm scared. I'm like, just stop the 4-wheeler, just stop. I'm looking back, and the police, I keep looking back. I'm real scared because all I can think about in my head is, you ain't gonna make it out of here because either one or two things gonna happen. Y'all gonna get into an accident, and you gonna die, and your mom ain't gonna know where you at because you ain't told nobody you came down here. Or number two, the police gonna shoot you in your back, and you're gonna be another Black Lives Matter. So at this point, I'm just like, it's over for me. It's over. So my life is flashing before my eyes, and I'm on the 4-wheeler, and I'm like, just stop. I don't want to wreck. I don't want him to shoot me. So I'm just still looking back. I'm still looking back at the police. I'm real scared. And so we got ready to hit like a U-turn on the grass while we on the 4-wheeler. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, when we hit this grass, you just jump off. Leave him on the 4-wheeler. You just jump off. So we hit U-turn. We did it like so fast, and we was like close to something else. I was scared to jump off because I thought I was gonna like hit my head on whatever that was on the ground. So I'm still holding on, and I'm real scared. So I'm still begging him to stop, but we still going. Y'all, I mean, we pushing that 4-wheeler. I mean, pushing it. Next thing I know, I swear, it's like I felt the 4-wheeler like get off balance. I knew it was about to wreck. You know, if you ever been in a wreck before, you know you about to wreck. All I could think about was covering my face, because I was like, if I stay alive, child, this is my most prized possession, and I gotta keep it protected. So, so y'all got my face covered, and we just go through the woods like, choo. I'm talking about through the woods, like we going through there like fast. Like, I remember my body floating in air. Like, I was just floating in the air. I felt like I was up there for so long. And then, boom, I just hit the ground. But when I hit the ground so hard. Like, it's just like, I hit it so hard. And I ain't even being dramatic this time. I hit it hard. So, y'all, when I looked up, all I seen was that 4-wheeler standing straight up on the tree. I mean, the 4-wheeler was standing straight up on a tree, y'all. And I was just looking at the 4-wheeler, and I said, Lord, I know you probably tired of me calling on you. But just this one last time, I'm going to ask that you please not let this four-wheeler fall on me and kill me. Because it looked like it's holding on to like by a string. It looked like it was going to fall. And I was like, just please let this four-wheeler keep hugging this tree, because if it fall on me, it's going to kill me. So once again, the Lord always coming through for me, because he loved me so much. And he know that I just be doing crazy stuff sometimes. And he have to look out extra for those who are crazy. So I look down at my legs. I'm bleeding. Like, I'm bleeding a lot on my legs. I'm not sure why I thought my legs were scratched up, but I'm bleeding. So I yell, no. Johnny boy yell. He like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, you okay? He like, I don't think so. So next thing I know, a light flashed in my eyes. It was the police car. He was about to get ready to turn around, because I guess he thought he lost us. Well, he did think he lost us, because he actually ended up telling us that he thought he lost us. But the four-wheeler was lime green, so when he got ready to hit his U-turn, it beamed in on the four-wheeler in the woods. So he came down there. He came down with his flashlight, and I'm going to just tell y'all this right now. And I tell any dude this when they trying to date me. I'm not your ride or die. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not your ride or die. And that's just it. Like, that's not me. I'm not one of those. I'm too cute for jail. I'm just telling you right now, so don't expect it. So when the police come up, y'all know what the first thing I said was? I told him to stop. Y'all, so I told him to stop. Johnny boy looked at me like this. So he like, y'all okay? And he like, I think y'all had a pretty bad accident. And I'm like, yeah, we okay. So he take his flashlight and put it down on my leg. He like, that's a bad burn you got. And I look down at my leg like, burn? He like, yeah, your leg is burnt. So I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm burnt. Now, remind you, before this, I thought I was okay. But when he told me I was burnt, like, my body is dramatic, just like me. My legs started shaking like they were shaking like they were trying to run away from my body. I just automatically got in so much pain. I was like, oh, I'm burnt. Oh, my God, I'm burnt. So at this time, I'm like, anybody seen my phone? He like, we can look for your phone. So I'm like, okay, thanks. So we found my phone. We found Johnny Boy's phone. And Johnny Boy didn't want his phone. He was like, as long as she alright, I don't want my phone. I don't care nothing about nothing. I just want her to be okay. So I'm like, well, I'll take his phone, sir. I'll get it. So they called the ambulance or whatever. And so the ambulance come. And at this time, I am trying to take over Johnny Boy. I do care about him. So I'm like, I'm not getting on the ambulance unless he can get on with me. Like, I'm not getting on the ambulance unless he can get on. They was like, yeah, he can get on. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get on the ambulance. Y'all, they lied to me. They did not let Johnny Boy on the ambulance with me. So I didn't know what hospital Johnny Boy chose. He didn't know what hospital I chose. Because what it was in the country, you can choose to go to like 2 different hospitals. So I guess it was in the middle of like, I don't know. I guess where it was like, it was equal distance to 2 different hospitals. So I chose to go to one hospital. And as I'm in the ambulance, y'all, remind y'all, this how you know and this confirms that I am crazy. Okay? I ain't crazy no more, but I was crazy then. Well, I mean, I probably still am crazy, but so I'm on the ambulance and I'm dehydrated. They cannot get a vein to start me an IV. They trying to like protect my leg because I got 2nd and 3rd degree burn. And the whole time they sticking me in my arms trying to find IVs. They like, her veins are blowing. She's dehydrated. All this talking they doing. Guess what I'm doing? Laying back. Going through Johnny Boy phone. I'm going through his phone, child. I done figured out a new password. It was I think the last digit of his phone number. So I'm going through his phone. I'm handing my arm. They're like, her veins are blowing. I can't get no IV in this arm. I give them this arm. I'm still going through the phone like, The whole time my leg burnt up. Now that's ridiculous. I'm crazy. So I'm going through the phone and I go through him and his baby mom messages this time and I'm like, oh, I knew he was cheating. Y'all, they was planning on moving in together in a few months. They was basically together. He basically had two relationships because, well, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, he had to have two relationships because I was a girlfriend too. So he was planning on moving in with this woman and all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh no, see, So while I'm on the ambulance, I wasn't even gonna call my mama because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't want to wake her up and scare her because her daughter's always doing something. So y'all, one of the paramedics was like, oh, you're such and such. I know your mom. She works blah, blah, blah. I just seen her today. So I'm like, oh, man. I got to tell my mama now because he know her. He probably going to say, I seen your daughter. So I called my mom and I'm like, hey, Mom. She like, hey. I'm like, I know it's late. I'm just calling because I'm on an ambulance and I'm okay. I don't want you to worry, but I'm on an ambulance. I've been in a forward accident and my leg is burned. But don't worry. I'm okay. She like, what? And I'm like, don't worry. I'm okay. And at this point, I got my mama scared. Once again, I got my mama scared. If y'all hear something, this problem. So at this point, I'm just like, ugh, here we go. So I get to the hospital. And we don't have no service out there where we was, y'all. Riding 4-wheelers, it was in the country. So we didn't have no service. So once I finally got to the hospital, I used my phone to call homegirl. And she like, where y'all at? And I'm just like, I'm at the hospital. And she like, what? And she like, we've been trying to find where y'all was. She was like, we heard y'all 4-wheeler. And then we didn't hear it no more. We like, where they at? So we couldn't find y'all. And I'm like, child, we was in an accident, but I'm on the way to this hospital, so can you come pick me up? So she like, I'm gonna be there in a minute. So she pull up, literally, it felt like in about a minute. She got there quick. So she came to get me. They rolled me out in a wheelchair and everything. They had took care of my burn and all this stuff. So I'm like, can you take me home to my mama's house? And she like, okay. And at this point, I'm like, dang, So she take me to my mama's house. I get to my mama's house. She walked me in the house. And my mom just looking. She's so hurt. Y'all, when my mama seen my leg, and I'm going to insert a picture of my leg then. And if y'all scared to see, like, it's not real. Well, it might be disgusting to some people, but I might insert a picture right here. So I hope I do. And y'all will be able to see how my leg looked at that time. And then I'll post another one right here. And y'all be able to see how my leg look now. But my mom seen my leg, y'all. She was so hurt. She was sad. She was crying. So later on that day, Johnny Boy came to see me. And, at the time, I didn't say anything to him about what I seen in his phone because I had ended up giving his phone to JC when I got back in the car with homegirl when they came to pick me up from the hospital. So I ain't saying about it at the time because I was in so much pain. Like, all I could think about was somebody please cut my leg off because it hurt me so bad. So, yeah. So, eventually, I end up telling him what I seen. We feel like real bad. And obviously, we ended up breaking up. And we ended up getting back together like months after that when he swore he was going to change. But we broke right back up. Like, we didn't stay together. It was toxic. We couldn't be together. And that was it. And so, y'all, the moral of this story is, number one, when you feel something in your heart, it's there. But number two, y'all don't go through nobody's phone. Because if you feel like you need to go through a man's phone, then 9 times out of 10 you don't need to be with him. Because if you feel like he hiding something from you and you need to be in his phone, you don't even need to be with him. Save yourself that trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Also, last but not least, when y'all pray to God or whoever you believe in, make sure y'all be specific, because my God, y'all, he got a sense of humor. And he know. Now, God, you know when I said anything, I ain't really mean anything. But he did anything anyway. He burnt my leg up. I said, do anything you need to do if he need to get out of my life. And he really took it there. I mean, he did his big one. So, child, yeah, that's that. The time I found my boyfriend was cheating on me. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I'm crazy. The whole situation was crazy, but it is what it is. I really learned a lot of life lessons from that. So yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I will be trying to post videos for y'all weekly. Sometime I may just have to post a vlog, but I hope y'all like those and tune into those as well. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my video, y'all, so people can tune into my channel. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.